Armin, she's volunteering, she's getting a signature for everybody, so we can follow up her list. Whoever comes first, they're going to go first on microphone. So make sure please sign it. And if anybody planning to leave before dinner, please let us know so we can let the cook know. So if he can give you the food to go. But if he can hang out with us, we're going to have like almost 300 people. They usually come after 7:30. So it's the 6:30, 6:15 one pray, 7:30 the biggest pray. And that's the time you meet a lot of people here. Okay, one more thing, homework. All the candidates, they bring the sign, yard sign. If you like to, you can post in the front. This is a early voting location. And election day, people will be coming voting here too as well. So your sign, if you want to, please post your sign on the entrance outside. So that way, everybody has their signatures, their signs. What I was saying that if you want to post a sign outside, do you have any captain guy with you? Okay, I'll do that for you. But if you want to post sign outside, this is the only voting location. Okay. So you will have a sign all the way to election. Okay. But you want me to bring extra ones in here? Yeah. Okay. All right, make sure please all the candidates sign up. Carmen holding the sign up. I'm sure everybody know Carmen. And your yard sign is here fine. But if you can post your yard sign outside, will be great too. Remember, this is the early voting location. So we're going to have election start 17 through the 27th. That everybody will be coming to voting here, just this hall, right here. And election day, they will be coming to voting here too, March 3rd. So please, we will be starting in within like 3 minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be starting our program probably 6:40, 1 minute more. So if you can start taking your seat, so I can explain to you how, what we will be doing on microphone, each person. Whoever the sign up first, they will be going first. So as per sign up, we're going to be calling people. The goal is the candidate can come on the microphone, introduce yourself, tell them your name, what office you're running for, which party you're running for, and why you're running for, and why this community should support you. Remember, we have a 200,000 Muslims that live in Harris County, and we're doing a live stream. So everybody, they are here, plus they're watching from home. So make sure that give them good impression to live stream, and people can listen to you, and we go move forward from there. I'm going to, let me introduce you our civic engagement chair from ISGH, Mr. Naeem. Mr. Naeem, can you say a few words before we start? Don't take no more than 2 minutes, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. I was just appointed as a chairperson for ISGH Central Civic Engagement Committee, and I'd like to welcome every one of you here on behalf of my community and ISGH. And I hope that a lot of members who are watching from their home should be able to connect with you and will know what you are standing for and what is your agenda and platform. So I welcome you again, and let Brother Chad run this program.
Thank you, Brother Naeem. One more important thing. How many council members are here from the masjid? Can you please stand up? The council member. So these council members, they allow us to hold this event. So thank you, council members, for allowing us. Is our AD here? Nobody here from the Shura? Okay. No. Well, we're not going to introduce them. We will, I'm sure we're going to introduce Mr. Omer. Mr. Omer, can you please? He's our admin guy. He's helped me a lot to arranging these things, what we are doing, and he's doing live streaming. So thank you very much. Brother Saifullah Osmani. So you see that guy in the back? Let's clap for him because he's going to be giving us the food, free food. And it's a good food. It's not that, it's very good food today, delicious. So let's start this program. Carmen, you're going to be the very first one coming. And again, do not speak more than 2 or 3 minutes. Iqbal bhai, you will be doing the clock. Oh, you sign up or no? Carmen, which one? So 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, all. It's a pleasure for me to be here. My name is Carmen Maria Montiel. I'm running for District 38, which is this exact location. And the important thing, I'm running as a Republican. I'm a conservative woman. And the most important thing when you run for office is experience. I have experience in many levels. I'm a journalist. I work as a reporter when I first came to Houston. I work as an anchor woman. I had a TV show in Venezuela. When I got to Houston, I got to know the city very well because of that, to know the issues. Because I'm a journalist, I'm a writer, I wrote a book. And because I'm a writer, I already wrote 6 bills. So when I get to Congress to represent you, I already wrote 6 bills. And it's very important that people understand our job. As a representative, we have 3 main issues we deal. We vote for laws, we write bills, and we represent our constituents. But we represent our constituents by being present. So many times, none of us ever see our representative. We know who they are, we know they exist, but when do we see it? And I will be your representative, the one that you will see around, you will knock at my door, and I'm going to be present. And when I vote, I'm going to vote on the interest you have. My experience also is 20 years in healthcare. I develop and manage a private medical practice. Today, I'm a real estate broker, commercial broker, and I'm also an investor. So I know, because between the practice and my business, how to manage a business and how to make it successful. I am also the mother of 3 very successful children. My oldest daughter is an artist, and she recently graduated from Master in Fine Arts, summa cum laude. My second daughter is a lawyer, and she's working for a law firm in Miami. And my son is in 3rd year of chemical engineering in Virginia Tech. So I always tell you, I will do to my district what I did with my children. That's very important to me. I am also an immigrant. I am a legal immigrant. And I understand that's the only way to come to this country. This is a country of laws. We need to respect it. And as long as this country stays obeying the law, it's going to keep on being the great nation we have. I came here as a student 38 years ago, and when I was here, the situation in Venezuela deteriorated, and I was not able to go back. I understand immigration. I went through the ropes, and I also seen through these years how immigration laws has been, completely abused. And one very important thing right now, I'm from Venezuela. We're entering a great partnership with Venezuela, and who is best to be in Congress and be the liaison between the 2 countries? Thank you.
Okay, Carmen, who is the person right now in the office?
Wesley Hunt. Wesley Hunt this is Wesley Hunt's chair, but he's running for Senate. That's why the seat is open.
And I believe the Marvelate right here, the Democrat, she's running for that seat. So you guys going to be fighting each other in general election, right? Yeah, we're going to be debating. All right, great. Thank you. And we will have this program again in October, where you guys going to be each other questioning, answering. Thank you. Thank you, Iqbal bhai. Keep it up. Because we need to make sure we need to finish everybody. So, Martin. And you're running for CD too. Who's the right now?
Congressman Dan Crenshaw. Good evening and assalamu alaikum. So my name is Martin Etwap and I'm, like I said, I'm running for CD2. I'm running as a Republican, I've always been a Republican. And I'm immigrant, that's why you can tell I have the best accent in the world. It's a pleasure to be here, to speak to you all, and to have all these other candidates here. And here's why I'm running for Congress. I have 4 kids, 4, oldest being 12 and the youngest is 2. And I feel like, you know, I told you I was immigrant. I've lived my American dream. I'm a constitutional attorney. I've been holding government accountable. But here's the thing. $36 trillion in debt. That's the debt we're living for my kids, for your kids and grandkids. Because I guess what? I'm not gonna pay for that. It's our kids gonna pay for that. We're spending our kids' futures away. That's why I'm running for Congress. Because our elected officials today are not accountable. They don't care about what comes next. They care about who they know and how much reputation they can build some more. We can't afford that. We need accountable elected officials. Like Carmen said, officials who come back and actually bring a report card to you and say, this is what you sent me to do in Congress. This is what I did. Come back and consult you. This is what we're voting for in Congress. How do you want me to vote? Members of Congress are representatives. They are not kings. They don't make the decisions for you. They consult you, and you tell them, this is how I want you to vote. And that's how I intend to be a congressman for CD2. To be somebody who comes back and makes a report to you. Somebody who spends your money in a way that considers the future of our kids. Somebody who is concerned about what kind of environment do we want those around us to live in. There's too much hate today. I want to be that congressman who, instead of dividing people, brings communities back together, brings America back together. We need one America that you and I can all thrive in. Thank you very much. Martin Etwap.
Thank you, Martin. And looking forward to see you again in October.
Thank you very much.
We will have events here and hopefully you can bring some more good agenda. The next person is Tanya. That's you. So Tanya, you are judge right now, right?
I am, yes, sir.
What court do you serve?
I'm in the 157th. Here, let me put this down. I don't know why that's in my hand. Make a mess. Thank you, sir. Do I need to hold that too? Thank you. My name is Judge Tanya Garrison. I am your judge of the 157th Civil District Court here in Harris County. I was elected in 2018 and I've been serving for 2 terms. I'm running for my 3rd term, running for re-election. If you vote in the Democratic primary, I need your help. I need your support. I have cards. I have all the good stuff, but I do have a contested primary. I've been endorsed by all of the endorsing organizations, including the Houston Chronicle, all of the Democratic groups and clubs, the LGBTQ caucus, the labor unions. I've been endorsed by everyone. I'm a double board certified lawyer. I've been practicing civil law for 26 years. In 2021, I was named Trial Judge of the Year. Tanya Garrison, I heard that from over here. Don't worry, I'll get you some cards and some good stuff. But here's the deal, folks. If you don't know really a lot about our courts and how they all work, let's say you leave here tomorrow or tonight, and tomorrow you're going somewhere, and there's a big accident on the freeway, and you're in a car accident, or you're at work and there's an explosion, or you get fired from work because of the color of your skin or your religious beliefs or because you're gay or you're straight. You're gonna have a lawsuit, and those lawsuits are gonna end up in courts like the one that I preside over. And when you show up in court, nobody wants to be there. Nobody. It's a bad day. But you want to make sure that the judge that is presiding over your lawsuit has a intimate knowledge of the law that applies to your case, and that they know the procedures that apply to the court proceedings so that your due process rights are protected. You know, we all believe in a lot of the same things. Due process, is that the shut your mouth? 30 seconds. Okay, we all believe in the fundamental values, but the real question is, do you have the experience to be able to implement it in a really contested, hard-fought situation? And I am trial tested, literally. I've tried over 20 cases to verdict as a first chair lawyer. As a second chair lawyer, that's with my partner. I can't even count that high. I've tried over 50 appeals at the Court of Appeals. I have the experience to keep doing this job, and I'd like to keep doing it because I actually love it. So thank you so much. I'm going to hand these cards out.
So, Judge, you are a civil judge?
I'm a civil judge.
Okay.
In Harris County, we have civil judges, criminal judges, family law judges, and juvenile judges. And then that's at the bottom. Our court system's like a triangle. This is a bad visual. The trial courts are all down here, and then it goes up like this. So you have courts of appeals, and then your Supreme Court is at the very top.
Right.
Okay? So your trial judges are your first line of defense. That's where 95% of cases are going to end up because they don't get appealed, right? So like a car wreck case, or if you have a fight with your neighbor about a property. Okay, I can tell you, I can do this for hours.
Judge, you need to come back again. We, this February 17 is the Ramadan start. So we going to have a iftar events. So if you can come and join us for iftar dinner and all those things, you can speak about your code. But by the way, I do serve as the commissioner of the code for Judge Hall and Judge Singh.
Oh, two of my favorites.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
But
Thank
yes,
you.
I'm happy to. I won't even talk about politics. I'll just talk about the court system because I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Judge. Judge control her bench. She knows, right? So next one is Audrey. Is Audrey here? Otherwise, we can jump to the next one.
Right here. See, look at you trying to go past me.
I'm just trying to see that.
I drove all the way out here. Okay, so I'm ready.
I'll
Hey.
go for you too.
I know. I'm here. Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Audrey Lawton Evans, and I am a former judge and now your candidate for Harris County Attorney. I am running on the Democratic ticket for Harris County Attorney, but more importantly, I am a native Houstonian. I was born on the southeast side of town in a neighborhood called South Park. I went to high school here, I went to law school here, and I raised my family here. And that is why I am running for county attorney, because this is my community. You guys are my community. And unfortunately, our community is under attack, y'all. We are under attack from our federal government. We are under attack from sometimes our state leadership in Austin. And I believe that I have the experience and the passion to be your next Harris County attorney. I have been a lawyer, a practicing lawyer for the last 23 years. I am the only candidate on the Democratic primary side who has actually tried a case. Again, we're running for the Harris County Attorney's Office, all right? So if I were you, I would want someone who's actually been in a courtroom. I am also the only candidate in this race who has managerial experience. I have worked as in-house counsel for a corporation and managed over 50 employees. That's important because the county attorney's office has over 300 employees. I am also the only candidate in this primary who has been a judge and has judicial experience. And that is important if you're on the Democratic side, because on the Republican side is a former judge. She is a former judge of the same type of court which I presided over, right? And so I believe that I am the best candidate to be the person to run against the Republican in this seat. I believe also that I am the best candidate because I want to fight for all of our rights. I understand that diversity is good. Harris County is one of the most diverse counties in our nation. And I believe that our offices, our state government, our county government should look like this room. So again, remember me, if you're voting in the Democratic primary, Audrey Lawton Evans for county attorney. Law is in my name. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. And Audrey, you do have an opponent on the primary, right? Can you say your name, the opponent? No? Okay.
Wouldn't do that, no, no. Y'all can look her up, though. You can look her up. Audrey Lawton Evans is me. I have a website.
Well, let's say that she RSVP, but she have not here yet.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Donna? Oh, you're the movie star, huh?
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I'm saying Assalamu alaikum as well. How are y'all this evening? Thank you. I'll put my little stuff on. So I went to Dubai last year, you guys, so here we go. Get covered up for you. All right, awesome. My name is Donna Glover, and I'm running for Harris County District Clerk. The District Clerk is the court clerk and handles legal documents, jury duty, as well as passport processing. Those are the three things that we see on the outside, but it's much more intense as far as handling the justice system in Harris County. And I want to be your next Harris County District Clerk because I want to handle the accessibility, enhanced accessibility. I want to update technology and improve customer service. So when I say enhance accessibility, I mean going out and teaching you all how to use the district clerk's office and resources. That means the online system as well as when you come into the district clerk's office, how and why you're using it. And usually I say legal documents, so that means that you're filing if someone sues you or you sue someone, if you file for divorce, heaven forbid, and things of that nature. Okay. Next, ensuring multilingual materials and ADA compliance. So we have, as everybody keeps mentioning, there's a melting pot in Harris County, and I want to make sure that everyone has access to the materials and knows and understands what documents they're forming or filing. Next, updating technology. That's bringing the equipment into the 21st century. So I've spoken with attorneys and judges and as well as people who file pro se, and they would like better customer interfaces, let me say that, as well as the system being down a greater percentage of the time. And I am saying that I want to do 90%. Also, I want to improve customer service, so that's getting rid of the backlog, which will have to do with the technology. And then ultimately, I would love to create a mobile app because we're on our phones all the time anyway, so we want to make sure that we're accessible. Check me out. I'm at donnaglover.com. Vote for me, Donna G. I'm number 3, and I have managed over 450 people, so I should be able to handle the politics, the money, the salaries, things of that, vendors that go along with working at the district clerk's office. Thank you so much for your time.
So Donna, you have a primary opponent?
I have a few of them.
How many?
I have 7, but I heard somebody dropped out today.
So it's going to be 6?
Yes.
Okay.
8
Good
or
luck.
7 of us. It's more, including me.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Please check me out.
R.L. Betty. R.L. Betty.
Good afternoon. I'm R.L. Beatty, and I'm running for Texas House District 150, which is part of Klein, Spring, and Tomball. My priorities for the district is to be visible and accessible. We currently have someone in the office. There is really no office. It's actually a tennis court or a mud district. So my goal is to be accessible to the community because I'm hearing from the community that they need someone that will respond to their needs and be visible so they can access those things. Some of my priorities are education. We need to fully fund educations, ensure the teachers have a higher paid salary, and make sure that they're physically able to, financially able to retire when that time comes. Teachers in this state, if you ask any financial analyst, they will tell you they are unstable. When they reach the age of 65, teachers have to pay out of their Social Security, out of their pension, their Medicare benefits. A financial planner will tell you you need a three-legged stool in order to be stable in this state. We are also leaving our state employees unstable. During COVID was the first time the administration in Austin started giving employees, especially the criminal justice entities, a decent wage. They're working too many hours. They're working 16 hours a day, sometimes because there's mandatory overtime. That's a risk. When you work inside of an institution, you need to be on top of your game, and you can't do that if you're overworked and underpaid and understaffed. We need to send someone to Texas House that will be visible for everyone in the district, as well as for these employees and educators to have access. Healthcare in this state, we lead the nation as the uninsured state in the nation. We have over 900,000 kids that are uninsured. We need to ensure that these kids have adequate health care. Again, my name is R.L. Beatty. I'm running for House District 150. Bet on Beatty. My website is www.betonbeatty.com.
And Betty, you do have an opponent for the primary?
Yes.
And who is on the seat right now? Yeah, you do. You're running for a District 150. See that? What's the deal with you? You guys don't want to tell about your opponent. So Kelly, you're going to be the next, but before you is the Chris welcoming. Chris, he's served in the City Hall, and he served one term, I think congressman, right, Chris? Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Bell, and I'm running as a Democrat, a very proud Democrat, for governor of Texas. And I'm running against, or hoping to run against, an individual who has designated the Council on American Islamic Relations as a foreign terrorist organization. And normally I would come before you this evening and talk about our public schools and how to improve them, the corruption that is rotting our state government from the inside out, and affordability and opportunity and how we can do better. But tonight I want to talk to you about division, because now that things have settled down on our border with Mexico, the Republican Party has decided they have to have a new target, and you're it. They want to scare people. Experts have said the level of Islamophobia right now is on the same level it was after 9/11. And this must stop. And the governor of our great state needs to be doing everything in his power to bring people together, to lift people up. I know this community. I served on the Houston City Council. I've served as a member of Congress, and I was the 2006 Democratic nominee for governor. I know this community. I know how loving it is. I know how much you love your families and your children and how much you do to lift them up. And when I'm your governor, I'll work with you to lift them up. No more division. No more tearing apart. Thank you.
And Chris have experience and knowledge too. And he's a good lawyer too. Right, Chris? So, Kelly, you are next. And after that, Margaret, you are next after that.
Thank you for having me. My name is Kelly Peterson, and I'm running to be the next state representative of House District 126. I have been your district director for the past 4 years, serving under State Representative Sam Harless. and many of you know he is retiring, and he has asked me to carry the torch. So for the last 4 years, like I said, I have been your district director. I've helped to connect countless people and businesses and individuals with the agencies and the services they need, all while solving very real problems that affect our everyday lives. I learned very quickly in this position that being a public servant honestly has nothing to do with my title. Yet it has everything to do with my ability to show up, to listen, to validate, and most importantly, to be a part of the solution instead of adding to the problems. I've lived in this district for the past 20 years. I've raised my family here. I've worked in both the public and the private sectors, and I feel I know firsthand what families and businesses face on a daily basis. And that perspective is very important because policy doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens in real time with real money, with real investments and real people. I want to take what I've learned as your district director and be an advocate for you in Austin to come up with real solutions to the problems we face here. Solutions like property tax reform, flood mitigation, workforce development, and most importantly, keeping our borders safe and our community safer. Now there's one thing about it, I cannot do this alone. I need your help. I need your voice, I need your energy, and most of all, I need your vote on March 3rd. Thank you so much.
Okay, Kelly, hold on 1 second, okay? Yes. I need to talk to you. So, our masjid is in District 126. She's the Chief of Staff, St. Harless. I think, Iqbal brother, you were here. I think mostly our Namazi, they know this thing. When we had a Khatme Quran, county had a constructions outside. We could not be able to come in that day for Friday prayer or evening Khatme Quran and next day for Eid. Same Harless, we outreach him and her office people. I mean, I think I called him like around 9:30 or 10:30 at the night. And he called me and Kelly and they got together and stopped the construction. So we can come and do Friday pray and next day was Eid pray. So thank you very much, Kelly. You, your boss, doing excellent job. And I don't know, you know this thing or not. I ran for District 126.
Did you?
Yes, ma'am. It was open seat when Peggy Hamrick.
Yeah, oh, that was a while ago.
Right, and Patricia and me, we were, and Ahmed Bhai, right? You was in my campaign that time, right?
I love it.
Thank you. Marvelate. Make sure let Sam know that I did recognize.
Oh, that, okay. I'm just put that right there. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Marvelette Hunter, and I am running to be the next Congresswoman of the 38th Congressional District, where we are right now. I am an architect, a real estate developer. I have over 20 years of experience in public policy, affordable housing development, economic development, and finance. I previously served as the Chief of Staff for the late Congressman Sylvester Turner, and after his death in March, I continued to serve in Congress until December of 2025, the end of December. I've also served as the Chief of Staff for the late Congressman when he was the mayor of the city of Houston for 8 years, managing the 4th largest city in the country, 23 departments, 21,000 employees, and a $6.2 billion budget. I say all of that to say, I have actually worked and served at 3 levels of government: the city, the county, and in Congress. I am the most qualified person in this race to continue on in serving you and your families. Now, the reason that I'm running, let me just share that. I believe that we're in a constitutional crisis right now. And the only way to turn things around is to get our leaders focused back on regular, hardworking people. You, your families, your future, not just the top 1%, but all of us. And we can do that, but we have to let them know that the reason that they are in Congress
is because of us. And for some reason, when leaders go to Washington, D.C., they kind of forget who they represent. So I am asking for your vote because I believe that I'm the most qualified person on the list of candidates, Democrat or Republican. But I'm also asking for your vote because I will get up every day worried and taking care of the business that is important to you, your issues, your families, your future. Please vote for me, Marvelette Hunter, Marvelette Hunter, marvellettehunter.com. Okay, thank you so very much.
And Marvelette she has been a good friend of us, you know. I mean, I know her sisters, Miss Hunter, she's a great realtor as well. And Marvelette did an awesome job in the city of Houston with Sylvester. Thank you. Next one is going to be Teresa. And after Teresa, it's going to be Malcolm. So Malcolm, please stand by.
Hello, my name is Teresa Courts. I'm also running on the Democrat primary for U.S. House Representatives District 38. Now, the reason I got into this race is because when I served in the Army National Guard, we learned how to apply tourniquets and pack bullet wounds to prepare for war. Every year in education as a teacher, as a school counselor, we learn how to apply tourniquets and pack bullet wounds to prepare for the next school shooting. And Congress does nothing except slash our budgets and attack our public schools. I intend to fight for our public schools, to keep them well-funded, to keep them safe, and more importantly, well, not more importantly, but also to ensure that we are actually able to focus on education in our schools, not survival, and not having one particular religion shoved down our throats. We see issues here in the state level that violate separation of church and state. And we need to combat that at the federal level because they're not doing it at the state. We have these vouchers that just came out, but yet not a single Islamic private school has been accepted to take vouchers. So they are taking money from our public schools and discriminating against so many Texans throughout the state. We need to stop that. And as a veteran, I swore to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies both foreign and domestic, and to bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that's what I will do. Ensure that our rights are being protected, that we do not have the leech of executive power into legislative, legislative power into executive, and whatever the heck's going on with the judicial. And finally, we need to work for our everyday families. Too often in Congress, we're sold out to the highest bidder. The mega corporations and the billionaires that can put so much money into the pot, and we get nothing. We see prices going up year after year, but wages don't keep up. So if you are ready for an everyday American to go fight for you at Congress, please check out courtsforcongress.com. And once again, that's Teresa Courts for District 38.
And Teresa, who's your opponent for the primary?
She just talked. Miss Marvelette Hunter and I are going up against each other.
I know that. That's what I want you to introduce yourself. But that's very nice. Malcolm, come on.
Do I need to use it?
It's up to you.
Oh, of
For
course.
live streaming.
Of course.
If you don't want those people to support you.
We'll see. So, good evening. Before I started running for judge, I went to candidate school. There is such a thing. And the most important thing that they said to do was say your name 3 times and the race that you are running for 3 times. Otherwise, no one will remember you. So I'm going to say Malcolm Whitaker, Malcolm Whitaker, Malcolm Whitaker, First Court of Appeals, place 3, First Court of Appeals, place 3, First Court of Appeals, place 3. I want to bring you a unifying speech today, even though I only have 2.5 minutes, maybe only a minute and a half left. I'm a family man. I'm married. I have 2 daughters. My daughters are 21 and 19. They're very smart. They're like their mother. The 21-year-old goes to Trinity University in San Antonio, and the 19-year-old goes to William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. I'm an Eagle Scout. That's why my wife says that she married me. I think I have other virtues than just that, but that's why she says she married me. I have been a lawyer for 35 years. It's gone by very quickly. During that time, I have specialized in an area of law called intellectual property. I was an engineer and I worked for the Navy before I went to law school, and intellectual property law is patents, trademarks, and copyrights. That area of law affects 44% of America's economy. That's $13.4 trillion a year, and there's no one on the Court of Appeals and none of my opponents who have any specialized knowledge in that area. So if you want a more prosperous Texas and a more innovative Texas, you'll remember Malcolm Whitaker when you vote in the Republican primary for the first Court of Appeals, place 3. And if I haven't given you a card, please let me do so. Thank you. Do you have a question?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next is Stephanie Board, and after Stephanie is going to be Dedrick, running for CD 8. Okay. So next one is going to be Michelle.
Make sure I'm grabbing it in the right spot. Hello, my name is Stephanie Board, and I am also running for the Texas House in District 126, like Kelly. I also have a primary opponent. I don't think she is here tonight. Her name is Liz. I will say her name. I will also say Sam Harless's name. He has been in the seat for a long time, and before him, his wife was in the seat. And so for me, I am a former public school teacher. Public school is one of the most important things to me and my family. My 2 kids are actually being homeschooled right now because I am very disappointed in our public schools. And I have a lot to say about that, but again, only 2 minutes. So I will move on to my next thing here, which is affordable and accessible health care. I am a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed when I was 3 and a half. I can't get rid of this diabetes, so I'm stuck with it forever. So I have to make sure that I have access to doctors who know what they're doing. And right now, a lot of doctors are leaving our state. They don't want to stay here where they're afraid that they're going to end up in court over things that they do with their patients. I have 2 daughters. They are young. They are 12 and 9, and I am going to raise them in this state, and I need to make sure that the future in this state is good for them. And so public school first, and then we've got health care for them. And then the third thing is flood mitigation. In District 126, we have Cypress Creek running from end to end. If you live here, you remember what Harvey was like for our district, and it was really bad. There are $500 million federal grant dollars sitting with the state of Texas that we got after Harvey that we could use for flood mitigation, and we have not. We've used about $300 million of that dollar so far, and meanwhile, Kerrville had the largest flood in the state in who knows how long. So we need to make sure that we're using that money, and the same goes for health care when we can expand Medicaid. The other thing I will say, I know this is a primary coming up, but just in case Kelly wins it, Kelly will be an extension of Sam Harless, I feel like, which is what she has said, and I understand her work in this business. but the Harless family has held this seat for 20 years. So it's time for a change. Stephanie Board, Texas House 126. Thank you.
Hi, Stephanie. Do you have any primary opponent?
I do.
What's her name?
Her name is Liz. I'll just say it.
Okay.
She's not here tonight, and just like with Marvelette, we're friends.
Okay, great.
We hope one of us wins.
Thank you, ma'am. And next one is going to be Robert. You'll be next.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Williams, and I am currently a teacher in exile from Houston ISD. I am a teacher. I've been teaching for 26 years. I teach mathematics, and I'm a mother and a grandmother. Obviously, I'm running on a public education platform, and our schools are under attack by the Republicans. That's a given. And we don't have another election. This is our election to take our schools back. I have been teaching for 26 years, and never in my life have I been so afraid for our students in the public school system in the state of Texas. I have 3 priorities. The first priority is to get rid of the religious curriculum. Public schools are not Sunday school. My second priority is Medicaid expansion. I have parents who I have seen work 3 jobs and still do not have access to health care. There are workers, especially in the school system, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, teachers' aides, who still do not have access to quality health care. Teachers have the worst health insurance in the state. And once I'm elected, I want to improve it. We want the same health insurance that the governor has. The last one is reducing floodplain development. Spring, which House District 127 covers part of Spring, is one of the most developed areas in the suburbs. And what is happening is they are allowing developers to develop floodplains. This is happening in my area. Like Stephanie said, I live right around the corner from Spring Creek. Our area didn't flood this time, but next time it will flood because those floodplains that actually protected my subdivision are no longer there and have been replaced with housing. So, again, my name is Michelle Williams. I'm running for state representative for House District 127, and I would love to have your support.
Thank you, Michelle. You know, ready? What we're going to do, we're going to do the better part. We're fixing to have a 20 minutes, not 15 minutes break for the pray. But candidates, if you want to, you can go ahead and eat your dinner. So it's going to take us 15 or 20 minutes to pray, and we come back and we're going to have more bigger crowd. So if you stay, hang out, you want to meet more people. And remember what I mentioned to you before, this location is the early voting location. Everybody will be coming February 17th through the 27th. They're going to be casting their ballot here. And election day, that's the polling location as well. And all your signs in the meantime, if you want to post outside the door, you're more than welcome, since this is the early voting location. So we're going to take a 15 minutes break. You guys go ahead and eat dinner, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you.
खोले नहीं ना वहाँ से, यहाँ तो खुला हुआ है, वहाँ से नहीं खोला। नहीं तो बिल नहीं है, क्या बगैर इसके दे दूँ? أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
I would like to invite all the candidates for dinner. Please come and join the line for the dinner. Thank you.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
حقا وصدقا وعدلا لا إله إلا الله استووا استووا واعتدلوا يرحمكم الله. Then leave gaps straight in your line. Stow. Complete the line, please. الله أكبر. بسم الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. وإذ يرفع إبراهيم القواعد من البيت وإسماعيل ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم ربنا واجعلنا مسلمين لك ومن ذريتنا أمة مسلمة لك وأرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم ربنا وابعث فيهم رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياتك ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم ومن يرغب عن ملة إبراهيم إلا من سفه نفسه ولقد اصطفيناه في الدنيا وإنه في الآخرة لمن الصالحين إذ قال له ربه أسلم قال أسلمت لرب العالمين ووصى بها إبراهيم بنيه ويعقوب يا بني إن الله اصطفى لكم الدين فلا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين أم كنتم شهداء إذ حضر يعقوب الموت إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعده قالوا نعبد إلهك وإله آبائك إبراهيم وإسماعيل ويعقوب إلها واحدا ونحن له مسلمون. تلك أمة قد خلت لها ما كسبت ولكم ما كسبتم ولا تسألون عما كانوا يعملون. وقالوا كونوا هودا أو نصارى تهتدوا قل بل ملة إبراهيم حنيفا وما كان من المشركين. قولوا آمنا بالله وما أنزل إلينا وما أنزل إلى إبراهيم إسماعيل وإسحاق ويعقوب والأسباط وما أوتي موسى وعيسى وما أوتي النبيون من ربهم لا نفرق بين أحد منهم ونحن له مسلمون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الله أكبر. استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله. اللهم أنت السلام كالسلام تبارك الله.
Assalamu alaikum. So we are having the Meet the Candidate event in the MPH for our primary elections. So all of the party candidates are invited and they are here in the MPH. So first of all, I would like to welcome all of the candidates and their staff on behalf of Islamic Society of Greater Houston and Masjid AlSalam administration. I would also like to thank our Civic Engagement Committee for hosting and arranging such event, Brother Shahid and Brother Naeem Raja. Jazakumullah khair, and I hope you all will join for the event. Jazakumullah khair.
Hello, can you please pay attention a little? It's 7:56. 8 o'clock, we will resume our program. I hope you enjoy the food and let's start the program. 8 o'clock, 4 minutes warning.
السلام عليكم.
Okay. All right, candidate. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to begin our program. All the candidates, please come in the front and sit. Let's respect the time. If you want to go home early, all the candidates, please. And I believe we have a lineup for he already talked, right? The guy was Robert. Robert, you the next, right? Okay, come on. I think you can probably make them come sit down, listen to you. Yeah, they don't want. No, I'm not a celebrity.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have your attention, please? We want to get the program back started. right, hello guys. If you can hear my voice, keep getting some food, but go ahead and start. So my name is Robert Slater, and I am running for the new Congressional District 29. This district is a little 610 north, but right below 1960, about 5 miles from here. But I want to talk to the people at home and a little bit more personal. A long time ago, Dr. Martin Luther King co-founded an organization called the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. And they fought for civil rights that many of us benefit from today, but unfortunately that's under attack. Recently, I was elected to the Texas chapter of that very organization. I'm a businessman, and so I understand what putting forth small business principles is important for a small business to thrive because it drives our communities. I am also a family man who takes care of his mother who is suffering from health issues, and my son was shot during COVID, so he's wheelchair bound and paralyzed from the neck down, so he lived with me as well. And so this is personal to me because I understand the meaning of our health care getting taken from us. I'm also the only candidate with 2 Muslims that serve on my staff. My chief of staff, Yusef Benson, and Joshua Muhammad. And so I understand what diversity is, but I also understand the problems of adversity. And so we also put forth what we call an FCAB, a Federal Commission Advisory Board, which is a board that the sitting congressperson will report to, where everyone have a seat at that table. And before I cast a vote in DC, I go to the board. I get your voice, I get your vote, and I let you go back to your community. And you come back and you vote, and however you vote, that's what I go in DC. That's what bringing the people to the table with you. I am the only candidate, the incumbent in this race is funded by AIPAC. I told AIPAC where they can go. This is bigger than you and I. Even though that I represent a district, my vote affects everyone in this entire country. So whether you stay in this district or not, and I'm pleading with you, go to standwithslater.com, 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 and support this movement. Support us, because we're here to fight for you because it's personal, and I relate to these issues, but I cannot do it without you. If not now, then when? Thank you so much.
And Robert, you're running for Congress, right?
Yes, sir. The new District 29.
So tell us a little bit about the District 29.
So the new 29 is a product of this redistricting, like most congressional races. It's above 610, pretty much all north of central Houston, but it's about 5 miles down from here, right below 1960. Sylvia Garcia is the incumbent, and it's very diverse, but it was 60% of the old District 18 is now in the 29. But it's a diverse community, but it's been disenfranchised for far too long, and it's very diverse, and we need new leadership there.
Thank you. So Sylvia Garcia, she's a Democrat, am I correct?
I just know she's not here.
But she's a Democrat.
Yes.
And you're running as a Democrat too, right? Thank you. Next is Catherine Thomas, and after Catherine Thomas is going to be Zach Gibson.
Well, good evening, everyone. I think y'all can do a little bit better than that. Good evening. Excellent. My name is Catherine Thomas. I serve as the presiding judge of the 184th District Court. You may be asking yourself, do I live in the 184th District? If you live in Harris County, you vote in this race. You all vote for our district court judges. We are state courts. We preside over felony cases. I serve in one of the 29 district courts, which is the 184th District Court. The theme of my re-election campaign has been promises made and promises kept, and I'm going to tell you why. When I took the bench, we had over 2,100 pending cases. I'm sure you all have heard of the backlog that everyone was talking about in the news. What is the backlog? That just meant that at a certain point in time, we could not try cases. And people were pleading guilty to offenses that they did not commit because they wanted to get out of jail. When I took the bench in 2022, we have been able to dispose of 62% of our court's docket. That means that we have a little bit under 700 pending cases in the 184th District Court. What does that mean for families? Victims of crime now have closure. People who have been accused of crime, if they were convicted, they have now been held accountable. And so we are working efficiently in the 184th District Court. We've also been able to pilot the first emerging adult docket. And what this docket does is we partner with existing community agencies to give people between the ages of 17 to 25 access to mental health treatment,
drug and alcohol rehabilitation and career placement. So it's something I'm extremely proud of. I want to talk about some of the messaging that you heard about Democratic judges last cycle, and it's that we were soft on crime. And here's what I want to tell you. Homicides are down by 17%. Aggravated assaults are down by 12%. Robberies are down by 13%. And that's because of the work that we are doing every day in our counties. So if our Republican counterparts truly cared about safety, then they would be changing the laws that the judges have to apply with respect to gun reform. They wouldn't be stripping us from services for mental health treatment. Our jails, 82% of our jail population are people who have a current mental health diagnosis. We are addressing the root causes of crime. So I'm asking for your support. I'm unopposed in the primary, but I have an opponent in the general election. Remember, Catherine Thomas for re-election for judge of the 184th District Court. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Catherine. Zach?
All right, how y'all doing? It's an honor to be here. My name is Zach Gibson. I am currently running for the First Court of Appeals, place number 3. It's over a 10-county area, so anyone in here who is in Fort Bend, Harris, Waller County, Brazoria County, you're all in it, so you'll get a chance to vote for me. First, I have to make it through the Republican primary. I am the most experienced person in the primary, and I have a track record on law and order. I am currently a prosecutor with the Harris County DA's office. I have been there now for a decade. I've been lead counsel for the state in our appellate courts on over 100 cases. I have more experience with appellate law than all of my opponents combined. In addition to that, I also have seen over the last 10 years what has happened in Harris County and the surrounding areas. I'm originally from a very small town in Deep East Texas, but I've lived here now for 10 years. I love Harris County, I love Houston, but people's respect for our court system has declined. While I've been a prosecutor here, I've had to take many cases to the highest court in the state and get convictions reinstated because they were unnecessarily reversed by local Democratic justices on the courts of appeals. One of them involved a case where somebody was very dangerous. The court reinstated his bond, took it to Austin, got it revoked and raised, and then he cut his ankle monitor off and was gone, and for the next 5 months I had to carry a loaded gun around on me. So I understand what it's like to be dissatisfied with your courts, but the court should work for you. You should feel like the people there respect you. So if you vote for me in the Republican primary, I will respect you, I will respect your rights, and I'll respect your safety. Thank you all very much.
So Zach, are you currently in judge right now?
No. The current incumbent is a Democrat.
What is the name?
Veronica Rivas-Malloy.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Zach. The William Demon. William? Oh. How are you, William?
Good evening. My name is William DeMond. I'm a Democrat running for the 14th Court of Appeals. These courts are some of the most important courts that nobody's ever heard of. They represent a 10-county area. They hear all appeals from almost all issues from the trial courts from those 10 counties. I'm a constitutional rights attorney. I've spent most of my career protecting constitutional rights. I've been practicing 19 years. 14 of those years I've been protecting constitutional rights. For example, one of the cases I worked on was the case where we now have the right to film police officers in the Fifth Circuit. I was on that case. I was one of the first attorneys at the international airport when when the travel ban went into effect. This is what I've been doing for a long time, and I'm running for this court because I want to make sure that our rights are protected. I've seen what's been happening to our rights in federal court. I've been litigating those rights in federal court for a long time, and I've seen what's happened. So to me, the best place for us to protect our rights is here, locally, in these courts. I'm a staff attorney at a court of appeals presently. That means I presently do that work. I write those opinions. I write them across all the areas of law that are being asked to be heard. I'm a super lawyer in the field of constitutional law. There are only 3 of us in the state of Texas. While I was in law school, I spent a summer and I went to study Sharia in Cairo. I studied Sharia and Islamic property law at the American University in Cairo. I stayed in Zamalek, and that had a profound impact on my career. I met the people who I met there, and the path that I took and the experiences that I had there had a profound impact. And one of the reasons why it's so important about who we're electing to these courts is not just the diversity of experience on the courts and diversity of experience in the law, but also diversity of experience in our law and in our practice, in our lives. That court presently is 100% Republican. It has no progressive voice on it, has no diversity of experience on it, and I would like to bring that experience to make sure that our rights are protected as a people as a whole. Again, my name is William Demond, D-E-M-O-N-D. I'm a Democrat running for the 14th Court of Appeals. Thank you all very much.
Appreciate us, we are thank you very much. I know that you went to the prayer hall. You saw that we are praying. You was watching. Thank you very much.
Shukriya.
Shukriya. Lauren, Ashley. You running state rep or what district?
Me. I'm the incumbent, yeah. Hey y'all, I'll be very brief. I was actually just coming to visit y'all and I was going to be speaking, but my name is Lauren Ashley Simmons. I'm the current state representative in House District 146. 146 is smack dab in the middle of Houston. NRG Stadium is in my district, if that gives you a point of reference. I'm here continuing the work. I'm running for re-election, fighting for public schools, making sure that our state is affordable and that we have access to the things that we need. I'm really glad to see so many people out. Remember, early voting starts Tuesday. Please make your voice heard. And also, I'm a Democrat and very proud of that. Thank you.
And I believe it was Shannon, what's her name, the girl she used to be state rep. She lost. What's her name? Sean Terry. That I was thinking of Sean Terry. What do you think? Well, you did a good job. We like you. You know that this guy is here in my list. He used to be a Harris County Democratic Party chair. Now he decided he want to run for state rep. I don't know if we can make his dream come true or not. We need to think about. He's a great guy. I mean, every time I need a county support from Democratic side, the Republican side, it's Sandy Segal. They are both great people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chad. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be brief as well, too. It's great to see all of you. My name is Otis Evagaro, and our campaign is powered, it's fueled by a simple idea for us. I am the son of immigrants, a proud product of our public schools here in Cy-Fair. I am a small business owner, and I've spent my entire life and career bringing people together, including being the chief of staff of the very House district that I'm running to represent. And so this is simple for me. The reason why I'm running is because Texans deserve better. We need to fully fund our public schools. We've got to make sure that we expand Medicaid in the state that has the highest uninsured rate in the country. We've got to make sure that our minimum wage turns into a livable wage. Because I firmly believe that when you work hard, you should be able to afford the life that you want to live. We've got to make sure that mothers and families can afford childcare. We've got to make sure that government doesn't interfere in the decisions that you're making about your own body. All of that to protect the future that we're building right here at home in Texas. So this moment, this movement, it's not about politics. It's about me and you. It's about people. It's about us. Because every family, every child, every dream deserves a fair shot, an equitable shot. So if you believe in this vision, if you believe in the plan that we have for Texas, visit otisfortexas.com. Otis is spelled O-D-U-S, fortexas.com, all spelled out. My name's Otis Evagaro. I am running for us because I believe in us. Thank you.
And he don't have a Democratic opponent. He don't have a Democratic opponent, so why he's here, I don't know.
You told me to come.
I know, I'm just playing with you, man. Otis actually running for, John Rosenthal is our good friends. He comes to the Masjid almost every event. And surprised me he's not here. He's running for Railway Commission. Am I right? And how he doing? He doing okay? Okay. Thank you. Okay, let me ask you guys, everybody eat the food? Everybody? How the food was? So we need to, give a volunteer one big clap. Now we need a Michelle. Oh, you running for against Sandy Segal?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yes, thank you so much. I'm Michelle Bouchard. I'm running for Harris County Republican Party Chair. Salam alaikum. You may wonder why an 8th generation knows how to say that. I worked for 13 years for Mehmet Oz. I ran his national nonprofit. I scaled it from a small nonprofit in 3 schools to one in 400 schools, impacting 2.5 million high school students across the United States. He's still a dear friend, and I learned a great deal from him as a mentor as well. I'm running because the Republican Party is not effective and organized, and we're losing over 80% of our elections. And I believe that's important for this community, because I believe this community is a conservative community, believes in limited government, personal responsibility. Somebody was talking about guns and gun control the other day. What about personal responsibility with guns? And also religious freedom. I'm a Christian, but I believe this country was founded on principles of religious liberty, and I support that. I believe my unique background can turn this county around, and we can win again. Republicans can win again, but we've got to get our act together. We've got to help our precinct chairs. We have to modernize our technology, and we have to message to people, and we have to mostly listen to people and convince them that we can actually help their daily lives. And I believe that we can help their daily lives, and we can bring value. Part of that is being in the community like this as well. I think for a long time the Republican Party has not been in the community, and it needs to get down into the community. Democrats do that much better than us, but we're going to catch up fast, folks. Prior to working for Dr. Oz, I was appointed as the CFO of Governor's Island, which is a military base in the middle of the Hudson. And I was there after we transferred that military base to the city and state of New York. I've been in politics most of my life. I ran during 9/11 for city council in New York City. I lived in New York City 30 years. Anyway, the bottom line is we need change. I will bring real change because I'm used to results. Thank you so much. I hope you'll vote for me.
Thank you, Michelle. And Michelle, I did show you that Twitter, right? So I hope you can take some action. This, I just want to do the disclosure. This is one of the few remarks going on the Twitters about this program. This program is not funded by Texas Democratic Party or Republican Party. This is funded by private or ISGH. Islamic Society Greater Houston. We have been doing this kind of program long time. We want to educate our voters that who are the candidate are and who should you vote. Our people or our members, they're not a Democrat and they're not Republican. They are independent. So they vote who they like it, who they hear. So please, those, this Twitter, that's the thing going on. I hope you guys, especially Republican Party side, I will ask you to please answer the Twitter and shut them down, those kind Islamophobia and all those kind of things. It's not a good thing. We are doing for the good cause to educating our member. So sound clear? Now next is Jarvis Johnson. I know Jarvis is not here, but his bodyguard here. But Jarvis is very tall, everybody can tell.
Hello everyone, my name is Marcus. I'm not a politician, so I can't give y'all a lot of fancy words, but on a personal basic, I can tell y'all why I support Jarvis Johnson. I'm pretty sure you guys know he was a city council, a state representative, but before then, he had an outreach program called the Phoenix Outreach Center, and I was part of that program. At 10 years old, he was 20. Around that time, it felt like a long, big gap, but he was a young man focused, and he came, and me and my brother lied, really the whole little community in the Fifth Ward neighborhood, and he gave us opportunities to do other things outside what was going on in our community. So this is why I support Jarvis Johnson. He's a stand-up guy. He been a mentor in my life since I was 10 years old. I'm not doing this to get a job. I'm doing this because I feel like I owe him that, So Jarvis Johnson, he's a Democratic, Senate 29, Vote for Jarvis Johnson. Thank you, guys.
Jarvis Johnson running for Congress, and I think it's right now the person holds the seat is Sylvia Garcia. So they are both in primary. The very tough primary. If you live on that area or people that are watching on a streamline, so people need to get out to vote. The voting began on February 17th through the 27th, early voting. And keep in mind, this masjid, we have early voting location. This one is, everybody can be able to come and vote here. And election day is going to be polling location for this masjid. Thank you. Who's next? Next is Kofi Wilson. Yes. Did I? Or Katie Wilson? Okay. You look like.
Thank you. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Katie Wilson. I'm a native Houstonian, and I am a career-long criminal lawyer, and I'm running to be your next judge of the 183rd District Court. That's one of our felony criminal benches. So just like Judge Thomas, but not her court. I'm not running for her court. It's a different court. I do have a primary opponent, so if you are planning to vote in the Democratic primary, I'm going to give you my spiel, but I'm going to be here till 10 o'clock, so if you have any questions, I'd love to chat with you. But I'm going to tell you, I'm running because I've always been a zealous advocate for our Constitution, and I am tired of complaining and watching it being violated every day in Harris County in little ways and big ways, and I decided to stop complaining and stand up and do something about it. So that's why I'm running. I'm the only primary candidate who is currently practicing criminal law. I'm the only primary candidate who has always practiced criminal law. Over 16 years as a criminal attorney, almost a decade as a prosecutor. I've been doing defense ever since. I have tried 73 criminal jury trials. When I was in private practice, I was the youngest attorney approved for appointment to capital murder charges. So in whichever judge we elect to this bench, it's going to be expected to preside over capital murder cases. So we don't want a judge there who has never tried a capital murder case and wouldn't even meet the qualifications to represent someone on that charge. So that's why I'm really hoping if you're going to vote in the Democratic primary, come talk to me, come check me out. I have to tell you too, I am from Houston, but I had the blessing of being able to live in Jubail, Saudi Arabia from 1991 to 1997. So I'm very glad to be here with you all. This is like a second home to be here. So anyway, Katie Wilson, Katie Wilson, Katie Wilson. Thank you guys.
Katie, thank you very much. And that's Leticia Plumber. She used to be our city council member for large. And she's our Muslim sister. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you? It's good to be here with everyone. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. And as we enter Ramadan, it is really special to be able to be with all of you today. I am the first Muslim to ever sit on city council in the state of Texas. And it has been my honor to be able to do that, not just because I'm Muslim, but because I believe that being able to be an elected official, we really fight for the issues that affect us the most. My mom is Yemeni and Persian. My dad is Black American. So I often say I've got the best of both worlds, a little bit of fried chicken and a lot of curry. As your city council member for the last 2 terms, my focus has primarily been quality of life challenges. So we're really looking at how people thrive, whether that be in multifamily, safe housing, whether that being watching how people deal with floods and disasters, ensuring that life is affordable, the grocery stores are there and present, mental health situations to where people do not belong in the Harris County jail system, that they belong having wraparound services, really focusing on the way people live. And that is what I want to do as your Harris County judge. My role as your county judge is not a judge from a legal perspective. It is as chief executive officer of the Commissioner's Court. We focus on roads, bridges, and parks and infrastructure, but one thing that our county judge currently has really shown is that social issues and challenges are important for us to focus on. So I want to make sure we have immigration support. I want to look at the Harris County jail system in a way that we don't have to continue to incarcerate our loved ones and give them divergent opportunities when they're nonviolent offenders. Really looking at infrastructure from a fair, equitable manner to where we look at it from a social determinants of putting shovels in the ground and improving communities that need it the most. Looking at our Harris County Hospital District and ensuring that as we are the largest, most uninsured medically population, we have the support of Harris County Health System to ensure that the community access is there. I am Dr. Letitia Plummer. I am your Democratic candidate for Harris County Judge, and I'm asking for your support in this primary election. Thank you so much.
Letitia, hold on 1 second. So tell us how many people running for this position?
There are 2 people, but there's one major contender.
And who?
Her name is Anise Parker. She was the previous mayor for 10 years ago. She is back to run for this office.
So tell us what is the difference between you and her? You are my last, in the roster, so I want to, especially she running for county judge, and I want to make sure everybody knows what's her. He told me he don't want to talk. You want to talk now? Okay, all right. I'm sorry. So I was asking you the question, what's the difference between you and her? I know that you are Muslim sister, and we have over 200,000 Muslim live in Harris County. And we have close to, I believe that 70,000 last time I checked, registered voters. So probably we need to get some little bit support behind you and see that what we can do. But inshallah, but in the meantime, just tell our members here, what is the different platform you have between her and you?
Absolutely. First of all, I believe that my largest benefit is that I'm not a career politician. So I'm not living in a bubble and looking at what status quo looks like. I'm able to look, I'm a doctor by trade, I've been practicing 25 years, I'm a small business owner. And so serving on city council has allowed me to see really how people live and thrive in the county and not just what happens behind the horseshoe. Anise Parker supported the HISD takeover and she supported the HISD bond. I'm a product of the public school system. Because Poe Elementary, Lanier, high school health professions allowed me to go to Spelman and Baylor for dental school, I was able to have really good teachers that loved and cared about me. So our public school system is at risk right now, and we have to make sure we support it. Anise Parker supported Kim Ogg, who absolutely destroyed our public justice system, criminal justice system, and we do not need anyone there that does not care about our incarcerated. Anise Parker has been gone for 10 years. I've been through 6 disasters, including COVID. In my personal opinion, she has no idea what real disasters look like, because you had to be there, you have to muck out houses, you have to know where monies are going. I was responsible for direct allocations for flood resilience. There's very little similarities between myself and Anise Parker. I am a true Democrat, and I am someone that represents the multicultural background of what Harris County looks like. And so I'm asking for your support. Thank you.
One more question before you leave. Let's talk about the hospital district. Bentab is one of the largest medical facilities in Harris County or America. And if you become a county judge, what happened? I guess we do not pay the bill. We did a donation. Oh, I'm sorry, again I was distracted. So you understand my question,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
So can you talk about a little bit, please, that?
Yes, absolutely. These are great questions. So there's a lot of hot things that are going on right now. Let me just give you this background. I got my start in Harris Health. My dad, 25 years ago, he actually managed the dental centers in Harris Health. So as a young doctor, I opened Strawberry Clinic in Gulf Gate. So I know how important the Harris Health system is for our indigent care. The expansion of Bentab, I understand that we need more beds. We have to support our indigent community. We've got an old hospital that needs renovations. But I will say this, the way in which politicians look for expansions from a position of eminent domain, in a lot of ways is a challenge. We don't go to communities before we make the decisions. And so one thing that I would like to see more is a lot more community engagement and understand if there are any other opportunities to be able to renovate Bentab, find ways that we can add additional beds, upgrade Bentab, but at the same time, we just passed a multi-billion-dollar bond for LBJ. and we've fallen short on that. And so I think the way in which Harris Health is being managed right now, there's got to be more community engagement. I do support, we serve over 1 million residents a year at Harris Health, so absolutely we are the safety net for Harris County. So we need the support, but we also need to make sure that we're spending the dollars in an equitable way, in a proper way, with the level of community engagement that we need.
Thank you, Letitia. And I hope you get elected. Right now, I'm serving from under Lina Hidalgo, County Judge. She appointed me for Harris County Housing Finance Corporation as the Vice Chair of the Board, and Harris County Land Trust. I'm a Chairman of the Board.
Yeah,
so I hope you don't knock me out when you bid.
No, you're there, Thank you, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Nasir Malik is our community person and a very good friend. We went to the FBI class together too, so we are alumni. And what else?
That's good enough. Assalamu alaikum. So I'm going to speak in English first, and then I'm going to switch to Urdu because all the candidates have heard me. My name is Nasir Malik. I was born in Lahore, Pakistan. I'm Pakka Lahorian. I came here when I was 17 years old. We settled in a small town called Amarillo, Texas. First job I had, it was a busboy. The person who could not speak English started as a busboy. 40 years later, standing here in front of you, running for public office. This will not happen in any other country but the country we are in right now, which we call our home right now. We came here because of the American values. We chose to come to America. I have said that before, and I'm going to repeat myself again. America was, America is, America will be always a land of immigrants. No one can change that. And I am Muslim, and I'm a Democrat, and I'm not going to apologize for this. We came here, we proved ourselves, and we chose to come here. I have been married for 33 years. I have 3 beautiful kids. My son is a doctor. This is my 3rd rodeo. I ran for Justice of the Peace, but I was a fool. I ran as a Republican. But you know what happened? I don't want to repeat that. I was just endorsed today by Houston Chronicle, and they have put it very nicely why I left the Republican Party. We are not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about what we are going to do. हम अगर मिलके चलें तो कोई दुनिया की कुव्वत नहीं जो हम मुसलमानों को हरा सके. हम में इत्तेफाक होना चाहिए, हम में प्यार होना चाहिए. हम खुदा के मामले खुदा पे छोड़ें और अपने मामले अपने पे रखें. तो आप यकीन करें कि माशाल्लाह हम लोग जीतेंगे और हम बहुत ज़्यादा जीतेंगे. मैं आपका भाई हूँ, मैं आपका बेटा हूँ. We are going to win this election together. मेरा जस्टिस ऑफ द पीस का ये 2nd राउंड है, लेकिन जस्टिस ऑफ द पीस जो है वो सिविल केसेस लेता है. I'm going to talk about one more thing. बहुत सारे लोग मुझे आके कहते हैं ओ तुम शरिया ले आओगे, शरिया लॉ. तो मैं उनसे पूछता हूँ कि शरिया लॉ जब कहते हो तो इस मीन्स लॉ, because शरिया means law. और अगर आप किसी भी रिपब्लिकन से पूछें, have you read Sharia? Oh no, it's bad. But have you read it? No, I did not. So how do you know it's bad? So I told them, I said, bring me a copy of the Sharia. When you bring that, bring a copy of the Torah, Zabur, Injil, and Quran. Those are the 5 books we believe. You will see in those what Sharia means. Respecting your family. Don't steal, don't cheat. Be nice to your neighbor. My area includes, my area is a very large area. It's all the way east to Lake Houston and Beltway 8. The Beltway 8 is the south borderline. North is Montgomery County borderline. It goes all the way from Lake Houston all the way to 290. My name is Nasir Malik, and I will be your next Justice of the Peace in Precinct 4, Place 2. I'm on the bottom of the ballot. I do have an opponent. Please use your civic right. Go out and vote. And let's win this election together. Jazakallah and Khuda Hafiz.
Thank you, Nasir Bhai. The question is, I know that Nasir ran before as a Democrat, now he's before he ran as a Republican, now he's running as a Democrat. So definitely we're going to be supporting you, and we will be here for you, brother. Assalamu alaikum. We have a young, I think, Mr. Ijazi, you are the council member, right? So can you stand up, please? We have a young generation in our council. So he just came in. And any other council member here? Beside the sister here, council member. Sister, please stand up. And again, we need to thank you for all those volunteers. They serve us the food. We love the food. Now we're going to do the last thing. We're going to get together on this wall. We're going to take a group picture before we leave. Is it okay? Let's. This side is better? You not? Okay, come on over. Okay, between you and the picture. So let's do quick. Let's do quick.
No problem. I'm on about it tonight. Gonna put this on my head. Gonna do it the right way tonight. Good evening. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we thank Him for His prophets and the scriptures which they brought. We thank Him for Moses for the Torah. We thank Him for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for the gospel. And we thank Him for Muhammad for the Quran. Peace be unto these worded servants of Allah. In the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson famous word, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And I repeat that again, that all men are created equal. They're endowed by the Creator of the certain inalienable rights, and among these, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. My name is Dedrick Wilmer. I'm the congressional candidate for the 8th District. As a Texan, first as a Houstonian, as a Texan, and last as a Republican. I've heard everyone here tonight talk about Republicans, Democrats, but no one here talked about being a Texan. When did we allow Washington to control what we do in Harris County, Montgomery County, Walker County, Walter County? When did that start happening? Forrest Miles said that in the congressional hearings when they were doing the redistricting. When did that happen? Charity, my mother always said, charity always begins at home. And my candidacy is that we bring in our tax dollars back home. Before I talk about anything for its taxes and we talk about infrastructure and flooding, we need to talk about our political climate. God is not happy right now, one of us. I'm going to claim it my time tonight. God is not happy tonight. And the reason why I say this book last because I'm tired of hearing commercials about, Sharia law. We're talking about one subdivision in Collin County. But it's okay for me to say, praise Jesus, hallelujah. No different from any prayer from a Judaism to Islamic or to a non-believer. If you're a true American, you respect every culture. If you're a true American, you will look out for each American. If you're a true American, you will focus on each and every one. Because the population right now that is not happy is our children. That's why we have walkouts right now. It's because of the crazy immigration policy that we have right now. Because I will write the bill to close the gap to make sure all Americans are given the opportunity to see, and any guests to our country have an opportunity to see in this great nation called America, because we're all immigrants. This is why my family came here almost 300 years ago, again, on shackles, on chains, out of their own will. But they persevered to make sure they created this individual here today to say that I can run for Congress, but also I currently serve in Harris County Mud District 248. You're hearing that from a Republican. It doesn't make a difference. You're a Democrat or Republican. We're all Americans. There's no red states, no blue states. It's all the United States of America. I'm Dedrick T. Wilmer. I will be the next candidate of the 8th Congressional District. Thank you, and God bless you.
Okay, tell me what's your district located?
Okay, so the district, I can talk loud on this one. So the 8th District encompassed Western Harris County. It encompassed all of Waller County. It encompassed 1488 in Montgomery County, all of Conroe, and do a beeline into Huntsville. It was part of the redistricting line of the, from the 8th District. So the 2nd, the 38th, and as well as the 8th all got crisscrossed through the district lines.
So who is the current
Morgan Luttrell decided to leave this seat, and I'm the only one that is currently elected that's running for this seat.
Thank you very much for your service. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let's take a picture together. And before we do, I want to thank you, Brother Naeem Raja. He's our ISGH new chair for Civic Engagement Committee, and he want to conclude it.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you all the candidates from Republican and Democratic Party. You have done great, and I think my community has listened to all of you, and they will have an informed decision to make on the election day and before. So I will appreciate everyone coming from my community and from the both party. And I hope that Republican Party candidates who are here, they can go out on Twitter, they can dispel this idea of Islamophobic propaganda that is going on Twitter. Again, thank you very much. On behalf of ISGH and our Civic Engagement Committee, thank you.
So let's take a picture together. So Twitter have something to talk about us. Oh, people have some question? Hey, is it okay for you guys to answer it? So let's do the question. We take a picture first. Take a picture first. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's get the picture first.